Back to the journey. So this is the building I'm in the process of buying. I close on this property May 14th. So we have our slogan up here. I'm gonna keep the smiley face, and then the restaurant sign will be coming down. Got my truck right there. Got the trailer right here. So it is from that wooden pole on the other side of my truck, and the property comes all the way over to 12 feet off this building. So it comes, so I think 12 feet's like right over here or whatever. So the dumpster and all that, propane tank, all this goes with the property. So I know everybody's been wanting to know what the new property looks like. There used to be a building here that they tore down because of high winds and everything else. So I have a concrete pad here if I wanted to do another building, which I think if I can save up enough money, I'm gonna do a wood frame greenhouse, since I had the plastic and the greenhouse that I bought got ripped up in the high winds that we had. So I'm gonna cut the windows and the doors, because they were Velcro and zippers, and use that so I don't have to buy doors and windows for the greenhouse. So that's what I have planned here. Right now I've moved all my asparagus and lettuce and all that. Now, of course, everything wasn't doing that good because it was inside the house, but the lettuce is starting to come back up, and that stuff is starting to come back up. So eventually I'll plant some more seeds in it. She's given me that pot there so I can grow in that. And then this is all her stuff. So there is a lot of work. You can see this roof. This whole front porch just needs to be ripped off. The outside has damage along the bottom, some damage along the top. They left all the shingles on and then put the metal over top of that. So there's a lot of work. The electric around here is definitely going to be a chore and a half. So she says the sign works. They just use extension cords and they tied wires together. So this is Arkansas for you. So anybody that wants to move to Arkansas, realize, this is how electric is. Just, wires ran all over. The box, the switch box right there doesn't have the plug in it to properly seal out moisture and bugs and everything else. So eventually I am gonna rip out all the electric, all the plumbing, redo all that. So this is the restaurant area. So I have my mini fridge here, and then all this is her stuff. My stuff's right over here. So we have all this. There's nothing but all these tube lights. Half the tube lights don't work. So I'm gonna rip all these out. I'm gonna run a 12 gauge wire along the ceiling. I'm just gonna staple it to the ceiling for now. I'm gonna get the blue plastic gang boxes like the fans and stuff are on, and I'm gonna screw them to the ceiling as well. And then I'm gonna run LED lights so I don't have to worry about the expense of all the tube lights, because they eat up a lot of power. And to be honest, I don't trust all the wiring in this place. So this is all her stuff. She's gonna start packing up, getting out. And then I threw all my stuff over here, the couches and everything else, and my countertop and dishes and that type of stuff. So, in the mirrors and washer dryer. So I have all this. So I'm just sleeping on the couch right now because she let me move in. She's got her bed set up over there. And then this was a restaurant, so she had tables throughout here and tables throughout here. So it's a lot of work. This side is a lot prettier. It's got all the stained pine for the ceiling, which is really nice. Like I said, she just has string lights hung, and I'll have to redo all that. And then this is the back room back here, which is, I guess, a storage area. And she had somebody put in the washer and dryer and just put a tub shower thing together. So I'll be working on all this, trying to figure out how I want to do the layout. In here, there are 3 different breaker boxes. Let me see. So this is the bathroom, basic bathroom sink. So this is one of the breaker boxes. All different things. just hooked up all over. Definitely an old breaker box. Had to flick that switch a couple times to run the microwave, so she knows which ones to flick for the microwave. So that's why I said all this electric, I'm definitely going out of here. This is another one of the breaker boxes right there. And then I'll come back, I'll show you the third breaker box. And that's the third little breaker box. And then they just went like this with wire, and then wire nutted to a light. So this is Arkansas, when you can do what you want. And this is the kitchen, the floors, everything else. So the sink's staying, the stove's staying. She's taking her fryer. And then I got all my stuff that I got stacked up here. Another little sink here. And then all the shelving and all of this. So I'm going to change all this around because I'm going to make it more like a house, but it's going to be an open house plan. And then I'll figure out how I want to lay out for a business to go ahead and sell it. So got my dry erase board put up. This is shelving that she had put up. So got my groceries yesterday, or some snacks I should say, not groceries. Got all my clothes sitting there, the dry vac, and then this is the hot water heater. So that's going to get replaced with the on-demand propane because this is electric. And then I just put a bucket back here because all of these are dripping, like you saw right there. And it's starting to rot the drywall and stuff. So that's gonna get all gutted. Same thing with this sink. I'm gonna get rid of this. I'm gonna get rid of all these shelves. I'm basically gonna go down to bare bones and then start from scratch. But I'm gonna redo all the plumbing here because there's all these splices and it's not level, held by wire. And it's got a nice sink though. It's got a nice, that's $1,000 sink easy. So she's leaving that. And then this is all the plumbing as well. It just goes all over. Which different ways, it's all 1/2 inch. So the tub and the shower does not have much water pressure. This sink and that sink have decent water pressure. This one is okay. And then I'll go ahead, I'll show you out back what the back looks like. So this is the back of the property. So I guess is a neighbor here, right here on this side. He doesn't live here, he just comes down once in a while. The blue building on the other side is the barbecue place. So I went over there yesterday and got salads. This is the side yard. I'm gonna put a fence going there and the fence coming this way, so the dogs will have this area to run and some area back here. And then I want to clear these woods out. I know it's gonna cut down on the privacy and everything, but like I said, the property goes 12 feet from that building. So all of this going all the way back is a lot of land. So I want to get the goats to come over and clear it once I can get fenced. This is a big garlic patch. So of course this won't be where goats can get into because I want the garlic. I don't want them to get it. But it goes all the way back here, and then it backs to the lumber mill because the lumber mill is out here. It used to be Ozark Lumber or something like that. Not 100% sure, just changed hands. Trying not to get stuck by stickers. So if we go all the way back here, like I say, if I get all this cleared up, then I can fence it. This is the electric pole back here, but this is the back of the property. And you can see them back there. They're doing all their lumber mill stuff. And then the electric plant is right up there. And then this is the back fence line, and it goes, and you can see how far back the building is, and then that's the highway right there that you see all the vehicles driving down. I thought it was going to be a lot noisier at night, but I actually can sleep no issues. I don't hear the vehicles. Every once in a while you hear a truck, but the way I sleep through anything. But if I can clear all this brush out, this be a nice big backyard area, and I can get the 6-foot fence or whatever put up along this fence, and I can have some goats over here, manage this, get this all ate down, and then it'd be more useful to whoever I sell it to once I turn it back into a business in the future and get it sold. So there's a lot of work that's going to go into this. A lot of my money's going to go into this, but hopefully once it's all said and done, hopefully that will give me what I need in order to build a house on a permanent homestead and actually get where I'm living with the animals and not having to work on other properties that isn't going to be the permanent property. But we can never get where we want to go just in a blink of an eye. We've got to work at it. So once again, all the woods all the way to 12 feet from that building. So it's a lot of land. 3/4 acre is more than you think it is, especially when it's nothing but woods. So little by little, get everything hooked up. The propane tank's right there. The sidewalk is going to have to get busted out, and I'm going to have to fix that because the sidewalk is a mess. And then that's a fat trap, so the oil and fats went into this, and then that gets pumped. And then there's a water spigot right over here where I hooked my hose into, so I can take water up, water that. That's thornless blackberries, and then there's some more garlic up there. And little by little, I'm gonna get things going. The neighbor here, they're a sweetheart couple. They're gonna do like mom and pop little shop. They're gonna do vegetable stand, antiques, repairs, different things like that. And then across the street is all farmland. They have cows, and that's pretty much it. So got a great place to build a greenhouse on this slab. And yeah, so a lot of work, a lot of work. You can see there's no windows in the sides. All this, just needs to be taken care of. That used to be a wood stove hole, so I'm gonna cut that back open on the inside, and that's where the wood stove's gonna go. So little by little, I'll have update videos as the progress starts. I can't really start any progress until I officially close. So I have roughly 30 more days, well, like 40 more days, whatever it is, until May 16th to close. So as soon as I close, then I'm gonna get cracking. I'm gonna start getting all the leaves, everything picked up. I'm gonna start working. That's the upstairs. I'll get into that. There's some damage done to the roof. You can see it's just all the old wood slats that they use for the roofing. But there was some water damage and termite damage. You can see here the damage along the walls at the bottom, buckled out, bowed out from moisture. All this trenching needs to be trenched back down because it's all filled back up, so water goes around the building and doesn't sit against the building. But you can see, let's see, not sure if you can see it or not, but there's a dip right here in the roof that goes like that, and that's where there's a bunch of supports that are rotted out. I'll have to get out there and put new supports in for that. And then, like I said, the whole front, I'll rip all that off. I'm going to do a garden bed across the front to protect the building as well with cinder blocks, so that way if a vehicle does come off the road, it's not coming into the building. So I'm going to go basically right outside of this concrete to about 1.5 feet, 2 feet. I'll run cinder blocks, and then I'll run cinder blocks along it, and then I'll drill holes, run rebar down through the ground, and then I'll stucco the whole rectangle box all the way across the front. So I'll be able to have flowers in it because the sun comes over this way throughout the day. So later in the day, the flowers would get the sunlight, and that will protect that. Then once I rip all this down, I'll come in, I'll put all new supports in, and then I'm gonna do a more narrow roof. I'm gonna put a gutter on the front so the water's not just dumping and going right underneath the building. It will go around. And then I'm gonna take cattle panels and use them as like a screened in porch, but for my dogs. And then that way the dogs can be out here on porch, I can sit out here on porch and just watch traffic drive by. And when I have different people stop by, I've already had a lot of people stop by because they know I'm over here. Then I'll have the porch to sit on, and I had that wrought iron furniture that I had from the petting zoo in Colorado. So I'll have all that set up. So it's gonna be a bunch of work. It's gonna definitely be a lot of money, but I've got time, and eventually I'll have money. So this is the project for now, and that's it. So I hope everybody has a great week. It's supposed to rain today and tomorrow. I'm surprised it's not raining. It rained all night last night. So if the weather does get better, I will be working over at the homestead doing some of the clearing. And then Thursday, the lady here, Lisa, knew a number to a bargain barn or something. So she called out this morning, and I let them know I had pigs for sale. So I got 4 of the small feeder piglets that I had. They are going to a new home. I'm getting $400 for the 4 of them for me delivering them right past Harrison. So it's going to be about a 30-minute drive from here. Well, about 40-minute drive from here. So that'd be 4 less piglets that I have. So that's less corn going to the pigs. And then I'll have the 4 butcher boars, and then the 2 females and the breeder boar. So I'll lose 4, which is a good thing. That saves some money. And that's that. So I'll be working on that. I'll make video on all that, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Have a great day.